Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take apart my door handle here cracked on me. It's 18-year-old plastic, and the plastic has spent a lot of time in the hot sun, and that's just not a good thing. So I have a new one, and I'll show you how to replace it. Very simple. Just got to take the door card off, take some screws out, install the new piece, and we're done. So let's go. Now what we need to do is remove the door card. First thing we're going to do is remove the bezel with a speaker in it. And then we've got a screw underneath here. This just pops off. Got another one of those here. We have a little pop-in connector here that's actually a little bit popped in already. That needs to be removed. And then down below we've got a screw here and another one here. And last but not least, there's one here and another one here. Alright, flat blade screwdriver, not a big one. We're just going to pop this off just very gently. Pry it out. And there you go. Here's your connector. It just pops right into the hole right here. And be careful not to damage the speaker if you've got one in there. Set that aside. Alright, just take the flat blade screwdriver and put the end underneath the tab. And this just pops right off. Make sure you're not working on a hill or these will roll down to the bottom. Screw underneath. And as you're taking the screws out, if you want to know where to put all of them, because these are not all the same, lay them out in the order or the shape of the door, the order that you take them out. That way you'll be able to find where they go later on. Alright, that one's done. Now I'm going to do the two underneath. Two screws underneath are out. Gonna work our way around, and I'm gonna pop this out. Now this is very simple. All you need is a screwdriver. Push in. That middle piece goes in. It's already in, probably from last time I took it apart. Flat blade screwdriver goes in between, and this just comes right out. Okay. Now I'll show you how to put that back in at the end. So I'm going to take this one out next. Again, flat blade screwdriver is good. And this is tight, so a little force, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a screw in there, and that comes out next. This one's at a bit of a tricky angle. Hey, Orange. Now these screws, when you're taking them out, these three, 1, 2, 3, they don't usually fall out because of the door handle. So just leave them in there and be careful when you take the card off that you don't lose them, so they don't fall out. Actually, come to think of it, if I remember correctly, there is no screw in here. I'm not sure why. So there may or may not be a screw in here, but there is no screw in here, at least on mine. Last but not least, the controls have to come up. Flat blade screwdriver. You just pop up and slide it out. There we go. Now, in order to remove the card, the whole piece of the door, we have to disconnect this. Come on, there we go. Alright, so you have to push down on this. You might have to put a little bit of pressure on the hook right here. Just press it down and the controls come right off. Put that aside. I lowered the window. That'll make it easier to get the card on and off, or the panel, whatever you want to call it. And it should. It'll pop out. There are connectors that connect inside underneath. There we go. Just pull. And it should lift. Come on. There we go. Oh. And one of my screws came out of the door. Gotta watch out for that. Alright. There's a screw here, usually. But that was taken out. The bezel around here, or the trim piece, was already missing. That's because I took the door apart last year in order to change the outside door handle. That screw holds this piece here. You see where my thumb is? That goes here. So I just pop this little piece out and the screw goes in here. So I'll do that later, but it's already been taken apart prior to this. In order to take this black piece off, I've got to undo that screw here. And of course we have these which operate the lock and the door handle. This is going to be fairly easy because it's already broken. Yeah, just twist and slides off. Garbage. All right. Little washer on there. To get this off, slide it to the right and it'll pop out. If you lock the lock, you should be able to twist. There we go. And it just fits right in here. If you can see that. Yeah, it fits right in here. There's a hole in there. Remember, don't lose your screws. I'm gonna pop this one in. Alright, slides right in. Unlock the lock so this other piece will fit. That slides in. Alright. See both pieces. One here and one here. Now again, on the back, here's the old piece. Alright, you've got these two clips, and you've got two holes. Line them up, stick them in, and then push to the left. And of course, to make that stay, you got to put the screw back in. Make sure the screw hole is lined up. Very nice. Now there is a small problem. I should have taken this piece off before installing the new lock and handle. However, if you stick your screwdriver in here and there are clips. Alright, see the hole in here and here? You got a clip on the top and bottom, and that's how this clips in. You've also got this hook here, which hooks in here, so it goes in like this, and click click. When I took the door apart last year, I tried prying from the wrong side and I ended up breaking this off. So having the new one is a good thing. Alright, that's in place. This goes on after the door card gets put back on. Silly me. Alright, so we've got holes here in the door. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those match up with these little clips or tabs or whatever you want to call them, and when you rehang the door they just pop right back into those holes. So we've got these metal hangers here, if you will, and those hang right on here. And remember, if you've got electric controls in your car, you want to make sure this is inserted in here. Otherwise, you'll end up screwing the door panel back on and won't be able to get to the electronics. Alright, there we go. Make sure your screw holes line up to make sure that everything is straight. And you should just be able to pop those 4 plastic pieces back in. There you go. Alright, we're going to put the screws back in. One's on the bottom first. I don't think it really matters what order. That's just what I'm going to do. And with this electrical control panel off, you can actually see where the screw goes. Not real clearly, but it's better than nothing. Just snug the screws in. Doesn't have to be real tight. You don't want to strip any of the plastic out, because these screws screw into plastic, not to metal. So you don't want to ruin the plastic. Alright, I believe that's all of the screws. Alright, you've got 2 pieces here. Okay? Pop the center piece out, and then you put it into the into the door, make sure they're flush, and I'll show you. Alright, so we've got this piece. Pop the center of it out, and you just push this in. Just goes in, and then you pop the center of it. Click, make sure they're flush, both pieces, and that's that. Alright, we've got, of course, our windows and door locks. This just goes right back in where it was, it just plugs back into place. It should just click in. There we go. And then you have this, which really kind of needs to go in first. And then it all should just click back in place. It's not going to be perfect. This has come apart a couple of times and it's old. There we go. Last but not least, oh wait, we got to put these back. So this is curved, so it matches the curvature of the door. It should just snap back into place. Close enough for what I need. As this tab, it just snaps on right over the screw head. Click. Done. Now we've got this hook right here, and remember on the inside we have the two tabs which pop in here and into here. So when this goes in, it should go in kind of like this. And have to open your door handle to get it into place. Get the right side kind of situated in there. You're gonna have to do it by feel because there's really no way to see in there, but you should feel it go in. Click, click, click. Next, pull the tab back, but be careful, this is not very strong, it'll break if you're not gentle with it. Screw goes back in. And then that little tab just clicks back into place, just like that. Very good. As I said earlier, this little piece that sticks out, it's rounded on the end, and it just punches right into that hole. And then of course we have the plastic clips down here. So stick the bottom in, but it should go on the door. This one's a tight fit. You should be able to line up the hole. And there we go. Now I believe that's everything. All right. Moment of truth. Well, it appears everything works. All right, that's that. Not very difficult to do, especially the inside door handle. If that breaks, it's not difficult to take everything apart. The outside door handle, however, that's a bit more difficult because you have to get in through the metal structure of the door in order to take it apart, and that's a bit more difficult. And I'm sorry I don't have a video on that, but my camera was on the fritz when I did that last year. But all you need is a few screwdrivers, one Phillips head, and a few flathead screwdrivers. That'll do it. Eye protection. Old plastic is brittle and tends to pop, and you get little pieces in your eyes if you're not careful. So be careful when you're doing repair work. I thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video if you found it helpful. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how inept I looked, or how helpful you found it. I look forward to seeing all of you in my next video, whatever it is. Take care. Thanks for watching.